welcome to the stream. Today we have more Mr. Love Queen's Choice because I just felt like playing Mr. Love Queen's Choice. I know that we need to play Unichrome again soon, but I just felt like playing Mr. Love Queen's Choice because we had a really interesting chapter last week where I supposedly died and then came back to life or something. And I'm totally confused by what's happening there. Hello, Ash. Welcome to the stream. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Sorry, I'm getting everybody in the know that the stream is on. All right. Bam. Ba-bam. All right. So what have you been up to, Ash? I hope you've been doing well. Hello, Funsky. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Glad to hear you're doing well, Ash. So, I'm trying something different. I'm trying it without plugging it into my computer. I'm just letting it do it wirelessly to capture the screen. Just to kind of see if it works better that way. Because I think one of my USB ports needs to be... I think one of my USB ports needs to be replaced. Yes, I did hear that Nessie won the Splatfest. Heck yes. Go Team Nessie. I was actually surprised because I got spawn camped so much when I was playing the Splatfest. Like, I even posted some pictures on Twitter where aliens wouldn't even let us out of our home base. The thing that threw me off, though, was Bigfoot only getting, like, what, 0.08% of the votes? I was like, well, I shouldn't be surprised, but I was. Yeah, they didn't get very much popularity. Although they did end up winning more turf wars than Nessie. So, they did pretty good. Alright, let's go. So, last week we ended up dying, and it said... We died and now we're a new person, blah, blah, blah. We met Miner who decided he wants to work with us, and now we are learning about the letter that Gavin gave us. So let's see what happens here. But yeah, I felt terrible for Bigfoot too. Their popularity. Man. I mean, I wasn't surprised, but at the same time, I kind of was. I figured they'd get at least 20% popularity, but the fact that it was always Nessie or aliens fighting each other. Also, in Tricolor Battles, you're camping at Nessie's base since I am on Team Aliens. Well, yeah, but I'm saying, like, turf wars, people were camping at my base. Like, I get it for 10 times battles and 100 times battles, whatever, do you. But when it comes to just a regular turf war that's just for clout, what's the point of camping? You know, have fun with it. It makes it not fun for everybody if you camp, you know? Alright. Alright. As I waited and played back the incident, I realized my precognition ability was getting stronger. So yeah, my character can see into the future. That day, Gavin was standing in front of the old dormitory, gun drawn, demeanor cold as ice.
Get out of here.
I screamed his name, but the gale covered it up. Lucien kept me firmly behind him. He said not to approach Gavin, that he was dangerous. I didn't believe that, but then Gavin aimed and fired a shot at me. Really? I hadn't seen that happen yet. Now, I did see, one time where 2 people got disconnected in the middle of the game, but I never saw the entire team. I shut my eyes, but only heard a clang. A few inches from me, 2 bullets lay at my feet. Hello, Yubi! Pegasus! How have you been? Gavin strode toward me with a fierce expression. I froze on the spot, not knowing where to run. He looked at Lucien and muttered without emotion. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys.
Take her home first, will you?
Ruh-roh.
My pleasure.
Lucien smiled wryly, showing nothing but aloofness. They know each other? What just happened? I glanced at Gavin with a rattled heart.
I got some other business. Let me know when you get home, and I'll get in touch tonight.
You're writing a crystal gem guide. Heck yes. I am interested in that stuff. I actually have a whole bunch of crystal books. I like to read about them. And I'm doing good. Now, see, that would be a fun streamer video. That would be a fun streamer video. There was one that I thought about doing where as soon as I get a communication error in Splatoon, the stream is over. Why did you...
If I didn't fire, you'd be lying on the ground now like those 2 bullets.
The bullets were real. I wasn't in pain, but Gavin's demeanor made me hold in any question I had.
I'll explain everything, but now's not the time.
Okay. I shivered, even as I recalled it now. Yeah, that'd be fun. We might consider doing that. The peril today was a reminder not to avoid things anymore, like finding out the truth. Yeah, no, I have a whole bunch of crystal books, and I have a whole bunch of different types of books that I like to read, because I like to read about everybody's, like, ways of healing and things like that. I was about to call Anna when I noticed there was something glowing in my purse. Someone else on my team or on the enemy team disconnects mid-match. Yeah, no, I would be more like, if I get a communication error, the stream ends, or if I get told that one or more players disconnected, the stream ends, because those are the things that happen the most on Splatoon. A pin recorder? And why is it still recording? I replayed everything in my head. I see. I must have inadvertently switched it on during the tussle. My pulse suddenly raced. Does this count as evidence? It's been on until now, and must have recorded everything, including what Gavin said. My face flushed, and for the first time, I wished the device didn't have such a long battery life. Oh no! I should erase the latter portion before turning it into the police.
Turn what in?
Huh? Oh, nothing. I put the pin behind my back and dabbed some sweat off my brow. Back so soon? I made sure to stay put this time. I lowered my head, hoping Gavin wouldn't notice. He just reached in and flicked some sand loose from my hair. Really? I had no issues, but I have fiber internet now. So I think I only got maybe 2 communication errors while I was streaming, and had no other issues besides that.
Give me your hand.
Huh? He held my wrist, fished a ginkgo bracelet from his pocket, and carefully put it on me. How did this end up with you?
Found it on the 5th floor of the theater.
Sorry, I have no idea how I lost it. He put it on without a word, a few strands of hair falling over his eyes, brushing the bridge of his nose. His slightly calloused fingers scratched my wrist, sending warmth all the way up to my face. What's up, Yubi?
There we go.
Thanks. Gavin clutched my hand before I could pull back.
Just so you don't run off and get abducted again.
Thanks, Gavin. Appreciate it. Oh, I won't be on Twitch anymore. I've stopped doing Twitch streams. I'm doing YouTube streams now. I'm not doing Twitch anymore. I didn't like how they, threw a bombshell on all their creators with the everybody, even if they're a partner, now only gets paid half and half. My ears instantly turned flaming red. My mind went blank, and I let him lead me wherever. Mako Mart was a pretty bad tricolor map. See, I didn't have any issues with Mako Mart being the tricolor map. I kind of liked it. But, I mean, I could see where some people might have issues with it. Hello, Francisco! Welcome to the stream! I'm playing a visual novel dating simulator sci-fi game. All the dark clouds dispersed. The sun consumes my line of sight. Gavin's face seemed smoother and gentler in the scattered rays. Todoroki! How have you been? Things are going well. How have things been going with you, my friend? Good to see you. Are you still doing the voice acting stuff that you were doing? Not good, sadly. I'm sorry, Todoroki. Gavin's face seemed smoother and gentler in the scattered rays. Yikes. I'm sorry to hear that, Todoroki. An indescribable emotion welled within me. I tried to recall whether the alley or the school corridor was the first time I ever saw him. It may have been pretty badly designed. I didn't really play that many tricolor battles because I got mad because I kept getting paired up with Team Nessie and not actual tricolor battles. Aww. Well, hopefully we can make your day a little bit better, Todoroki. This ill-tempered, occasionally enigmatic man that I once feared has inspired all sorts of thoughts. Gavin?
Yeah?
Can I ask you something?
Shoot.
When did you first notice me? Oh, your boyfriend and you broke up? I'm sorry. The best one is from the Chocolate Splatfest. I'd have to look back on it. You're probably right, though. You're probably right. Excuse me, that was nasty. Sounds like a rough month or year so far, Todoroki. I'm sorry. He paused before smiling.
I don't remember.
Oh? Not the answer I was looking for, especially after I put myself out there like that. My day's been really good, Francisco. What about yours? Yeah, I understand needing to take a break. I get that. I totally get that. I'm actually looking into Twitter has got a lot of voice acting stuff showing up on my page now because I follow a lot of voice actors. I'm actually thinking about trying out for some of those. When I go into tricolor battles, I tend to spam my specials. I get that. I'm glad to hear you're doing good, Francisco. His mouth cracked wider to show that he really did remember. He thought back to his first day of senior year, seeing a ponytailed girl under a roof on a rainy afternoon. Next to the girl was a cat that seemed to have a handkerchief draped over it. She was nerdy looking, but he couldn't get his eyes off her. Am I nerdy looking? Aw, I appreciate that. I don't think my voice acting is that good, but I will definitely look into it. I do like acting, and that's what I like about this dating simulator is I can actually act while I'm playing it. I can act like myself. He felt kind of out of place to be standing right there. Hello, Shade! Welcome to the stream. How are you? The girl turned and smiled. It was so pure and comforting, and it filled his vision. Since then, Gavin's been asking himself why that day was so unforgettable. Yes, Mr. Love Queen's Choice. I know, right? I started it back over so that I could have it on my YouTube channel. What happened, Francisco? Okay, sounds good, Yubi. Thank you. Ten Missiles, Booyah Bomb, and Triple Ink Strike. Oh, the anime is really good. I'm kind of sad, though, because the anime doesn't give you the whole story. So, if you're wanting to watch the whole story, you should start from the very first one. I have a playlist up, and it's called Starting Mr. Love Queen's Choice Over from Scratch. He just got off of a driving lesson. Dang, I hope that went well. Was it those untainted, innocent eyes? He didn't quite know. Are my eyes innocent? Do I look nerdy? Does my smile brighten up a room? That's what this game is saying. It did. Glad to say that. Oh my gosh, who's your favorite? Who's your favorite? It's Todoroki. My favorite is Lucian. Thank you for the hugs, Orville. How have you been? No, I don't tend to spam my special in tricolor battles. I don't spam my special at all. As soon as my special comes around, then yeah, I will, but usually I don't. You have a smile of a simp, Vega. True, true, especially with this game. It's a tie between Gavin and Kiro. Kiro's pretty cute, but he's more childish than what I like. I just win 100 times battles and I got so many weapons. That is so cool, Francisco. I've been doing well, Orville. I've been doing well. Glad to hear you've been going well, or doing well. The rain turned into a deluge. The girl clutched her shoulders, seeming to feel cold. Something stirred in Gavin. He kicked away a can, took his jacket off to cover the girl's head, and they charged into the rain. He's very mysterious. I like Lucian and Victor. Those are my two favorites. So that tells you exactly what kind of guys I go for if you know anything about this game. You just make chocolate chip and sugar cookies? That sounds good. It seems the girl's forgotten about that day. Gavin tightened his grip.
I knew who you were before you ever noticed me.
That's a little odd, Gavin. It's one of your favorites platonically. Gavin... Minor. Gavin almost punched me all the way downstairs right just now. Kiki's like, ha, this happens to you too. Today's limited release, just this one cup from Victor. But I want a second, third, and fourth cup. You can get your next one next year. Jeez. Victor's so controlling. Yeah, I know. I understand. Like, I just don't spam my special. Like, when I see it light up, I hold it until I think I have a good spot of killing the most people. And that's when I use my special in Splatoon. Alright, we're producing a film. Alright, Hollow's gonna recruit some people. Hello, Jevil! I'm doing well. How are you, my friend? Several participants are suddenly having second thoughts. Do you lay the pros and cons out? Talk, give up if they still refuse, find out their reasons, lay the pros and cons out. Still hesitant, okay. He's not a yandere. Yeah, true, true. You're watching the Mario movie tomorrow? You gotta let me know how it is, okay, Jevil? You gotta tell me how it is. It's okay, Francisco. It's just whenever I'm in one of my friends' streams, I'm in there to kind of just chill. And I will play, but usually it'll be because I'm taking a break. Because I love streaming and I love video gaming, but there's sometimes when you just want to play games by yourself, you know? But yeah, you gotta tell me how it turns out, Jevil, because I kind of want to see it. Prettiest Girl on Campus is the name of that show. Well, I'm sorry you were really bored, but, you know, sometimes it happens. We get bored. You won a giveaway? What giveaway did you win, Orville? I'm super excited for you, too. Alright, no worries, Todoroki. And, you know, if you ever want to watch the full series of Mr. Love, Queen's Choice, I'll actually DM you the playlist if you're interested. But if not, you don't have to watch it. No worries. Have a good day, Todoroki. I hope things get better for you. I really do. Who's Nerf on the special? I don't know. Looks like a music soundtrack. That's cool. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Yeah, I'll send it to you, but you don't have to watch it. No worries. Unlocked main story, stage 718. I will in a minute. Let's... See you later, Todoroki. Much love to you. Yeah, I'm excited. Like, I was really... See, the thing is, like, with Mario, I wasn't as excited as I was with Detective Pikachu. You know? So, but still, I think it would be worth seeing because it seems like all these video game movies they're coming out with now are not like the ones they came out with in the 90s. Sonic 2, both of those were good. Detective Pikachu was good. So I'm interested to see how good Mario is. Here we go. Ash, thank you so much for gifting a membership. That is so sweet. Orville, you just got a membership. Congratulations. It's an Amongst Us character, Funsky. Yes! If you haven't, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and notification button if you're new. Thank you, Ash, so much for gifting a membership. I really appreciate your support and love. All the loves to you, Ash. All the loves to you. Get all my loves. There you go. Thank you, Ash. And congratulations, Orville. I don't think I'm going to the movies to watch a new Mario movie. Oh, yeah, I understand that. I'd rather be with my mom than be at a movie theater. Gavin took me down to the station to file a report. It was nighttime when we left. I don't know how Sonic 2 outdone 1. Usually sequels never outperform. I kind of think Sonic 2 outdid Sonic 1 because Sonic 1 came out during COVID, so they had to delay it a lot. Yes, of course, you do got to spread all that Pega love. Everybody deserves some Pega love. I walked next to Gavin. His strong frame and firm strides made me feel incredibly safe.
I can't give the pen back to you yet, but I can make a copy of everything irrelevant to the case.
It's all right. Whatever you think is the best. As long as no one else hears our conversation at the end, I thought to myself.
You don't have to worry about anything not relevant to the case.
He knew what I was thinking. I blushed subtly. So, what's the status of the case? Hello, Claire. I'm doing well. How are you, my friend? Yes, I saw that. I meant to comment on that. I'll comment on that tonight, Ash. I'm so sorry. I saw that, and then things got a little bit crazy, and I didn't get a chance to comment. We had crazy windstorms, and just FYI, guys, I will not be streaming tomorrow. We are supposed to be we are in like level 4 or 5 risk for tornadoes where I'm at. And so there will be no stream tomorrow because the tornadic activity is supposed to happen while I'm doing a stream. So yeah, no stream tomorrow, guys. Playing some Splatoon and chatting? Heck yes. I love chatting. I would be sure to tell you. Yes, I can't wait to hear about it. Jevel. So what's the status of the case?
We found ether and a razor on him. He confessed to everything, including kidnapping you. His sister is Fuse. She was treated like a freak due to her powers and ran away to who knows where.
Ah, hello, Light. Welcome to the stream. How have you been? Long time no see. Taking your meds and you feel better. I'm glad to hear that. My temple suddenly pulsated when Gavin coldly made the statement. The Rock announced the live-action Moana. Oh my gosh, is he going to be playing Maui? Is The Rock going to be playing Maui? Oh, please, yes. Yeah, no stream unless I can do a mobile chatting stream, yeah. Because after the tornado outbreaks that happened last week, they say the ones that are going to hit here are going to be a lot worse. So yeah, no stream tomorrow, guys. I'm sorry. I can't. I can't risk my life for streaming.
He infiltrated campus security, trying to track down her assailant, but his real target was you all along. He didn't want to throw you off the roof. He wanted to position you on the edge to give the sniper a clear shot.
So why is the sniper trying to kill me? Why are they trying to kill me?
Still remember the shot I took back at the orphanage?
Yeah? You're playing Breath of the Wild? Nice.
The bullet I shot down and the one from today were identical.
So how are you going to be getting Tears of Themis, Light? Are you going to be getting Tears of Themis? There's going to be a live-action Moana and Moana 2. I can't wait. I hope that The Rock is playing Maui. I mean, The Rock, that would be typecasting. It really would, because The Rock is acts so big-headed, and Maui is totally big-headed. Chills just crawled up my spine and spread all over me. I meant to ask you, how did you notice that bullet?
Air turbulence. I could sense it coming up behind you. And I've never seen a bullet like that before. Today marks the second time.
So, there's someone behind all this? Yeah, equip the new shirt and get it where you can scrub it and get more ability chunks.
Yes, though the creep in custody insisted it's all him, and we couldn't find any other leads. But rest assured, we're taking steps to prevent this from happening again.
How can I help? He looked into my eyes.
Just stay safe and trust me.
Stay safe and trust you. My heart skipped another beat, but it still felt like something was weighing down on my chest.
What are you thinking?
Ever since I was told of my evol power, I've been thinking back on my 22 years in this world. But aside from the 2 car accidents and the kidnapping today, nothing like this has ever happened. Actually, I never paid much attention to the ability until today. I just never thought I'd be targeted for simply having evol abilities. Oh, you're not a Zelda person. Someone just gave it to you. I get that.
Are you thinking about the girl who was bullied and went missing?
Yeah. It has to be heartbreaking to lose a loved one. I believe if he had found a way to save her, he wouldn't be in jail today.
And I'm lucky that I had someone catch me before I hit bottom.
I could feel how he was looking at me, and I hesitated to return his gaze. You only have 3 shrines right now. Shrines are hard. Good luck. The moonlight illuminated his face and showed a soft side to him I never saw before. If you had a choice, would you still want to be an evolver? He nodded without any pause.
Yes. When there is someone I want to protect.
He focused his gaze on me, brows unfurling. So when there's someone he wants to protect, him having an evol is important.
It's always darkest before the dawn.
Started watching the original Newsies. How you liking it? I kept replaying those words until I got to my apartment building. Darkest before the dawn. Did he go through a dark time? Gavin went back to his usual demeanor, hands in his pockets, eyes staring off in the distance. I probably won't be playing Splatoon again until Friday or Saturday. I paused and he did the same. We did it again. We looked at each other and laughed.
You go first.
They went to the theater. Gotcha. Okay. I want to ask you. I started feeling guilty again, looking at Gavin's eyes. After all, I did lie so he wouldn't be at the restaurant.
What do you want to know?
He got closer, and I stammered even more. Forget it. Here it goes. Why did you give me that blood-stained letter? He fell silent while I lowered my head and kept it there. Why wasn't he saying anything? Did I say something wrong again? I tried to peek at his face to figure out what he might be thinking, but all I saw was a frown. I never read it because I was too scared to. I thought it was a warning or a threat. That shocked him. He clearly never thought I would say that.
You thought wrong.
I know. I know that now. I didn't back then. My voice trailed off and he remained silent. Sorry to bring up that letter.
It's not important anymore.
Have I angered him? I felt depressed all of a sudden. I'm sorry. I was wrong about you on so many things, but I've learned the truth. Good night, UB. Sleep well. You stopped those students in the alley because they lied to the teachers about you. Lynn's owner gave you cash because you fronted his son's medical bill. I never opened the letter because I had the wrong idea about you. The stories going around the school at the time painted a terrible image of you. I was terrified, and I had no idea how I got the letter.
What about now?
He waited for me to respond. Well, you are ill-tempered and impatient, but not the monster they described. Nothing stops you from your goals, and you've got a kind heart. Well, maybe not quite kind, but very clear and open. He took it all in, then stepped even closer, smiling a big grin.
Apologies accepted.
Aww, so sweet!
What's in the letter is not important now that we've reconnected.
Okay, so I don't have to worry about the letter apparently, because we reconnected. Unlocked story, stage 719. Oh, there's another thing up here. Alright. Let's see. Cancel that. Go in here. Oh, we have news. Breaking news. Heinous kidnapping on Loveland High School's anniversary. On the day of Loveland High's 30th anniversary, sorry, I can't talk, a female was kidnapped and taken to a rooftop. The woman was in grave danger, but a dashing hero swooped in like the wind and saved her. The kidnapper is currently under police custody. His motives unknown. I was there! Can't believe the kidnapper had the audacity. The kidnapped girl was in my year. Heard it was that Gavin who saved her. Eek, on the school's B-Day, too. The police better catch the guy soon. Damn, I'm glad I wasn't there that day. Was that hero Batman? Yes, it was Gavin the Batman. Here we go. You need a guide familiar with various customs, okay? Spine, let's go. You need a host who can break down dish ingredients, and there is nobody good for that job. And time to go. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, yeah. Did I get 3 crowns on that? Just barely. Pegasusangel Gavin. Actually, if that's what... I mean, I'm actually going to let you guys choose who I should go after. If you think Gavin and I would make the best team, then let me know, and I'll get Gavin on here. Right now, I have Victor. Still didn't find out what was in it. I curled my legs up to my chest, contemplating what Gavin just said. The phone beeped with an incoming text. It was from Minor. Hit up this URL now. I spent a lot of time on this. I'll quit if you don't watch the whole thing. Spit. What was he up to now? I hopped on my computer and opened up the site. Minor's voice started playing. If you never saw the film Letter in the Drawer, you might not get that the letter symbolized unspoken words. Do you have any unspoken words you wish you said? Let me share some with you. So who's one guy in this game you wish you could slap as hard as you can? Honestly, Victor. Honestly, Victor's the one I want to slap. Oh my gosh, yeah. So you think that Victor and Gavin are the 2 best for me. See, I like to hear this because this gives me an idea of who I should go after. Since I'm going to be streaming this and I'm going to try to get the whole entire thing done for you guys. Although it's going to take several months. So I have Gavin and Victor now. You watched the Queen movie? How'd that go? Man, Salmon Run is awesome. You should play it again. They got a new boss. They got the Ouroboros. He's really cool. I regret not apologizing to my father before his car crash for the arguments we had over my job. I regret not telling my boss I hope his whole family doesn't die in a fire after I was let go. Wow, that one sounded bitter. Let's check out the next one. That made me laugh. It was followed by callers calling in with stories of sorrow, anger, and joy. And good and bad. I mean, sometimes it's good to have some guys to be a little bit of a jerk. But in a sense, comedic, not jerk, because ego is too big, wise. Yes, I agree. I kind of feel like I do better with the acting as my character when it's with Victor or Lucien. And I think that's just because of their voice actors. They're so good. Then a familiar voice came on, even though the caller deliberately deepened his voice.
My biggest regret? I didn't deliver the letter to the girl personally.
Gavin! I scared Luna. I'm so sorry, Luna. Aw, Gavin! My heart raced, and I moved closer to the screen. Was it a love letter?
No. A farewell.
Aww. Why a farewell letter? There was a pause.
Why should I tell you?
Gavin's gonna get him. Gavin's gonna get Minor. Come on, bro. Cut me some slack. Got people listening in.
Because the girl said she hates people who leave without saying goodbye the most.
Okay, I can totally relate to this girl. I can totally relate to her. I'm the same way. If you leave without telling me goodbye, it makes me very sad. Leave without saying goodbye? Isn't that what I wrote on the post-it note in Lynn's kitchen? Like, it makes me super, super sad when people leave and then I never hear from them again and they've never really said bye. The note popped into my mind in a flash. My best friend that year transferred schools out of the blue. I was hurt and depressed for some time. Did Gavin know about it too? One last thing. Can you share what you wrote in that letter? I held my breath, and after some static interference, Gavin spoke.
That's not important anymore. Leave it in the past. We still got a lot of time together in our future.
Oh my gosh, that's such a good line. I like that. I'm collecting it. Oh wait, I did say goodbye. Why is this so complicated? How are you, Bozzy? Welcome. Pegasusangel is Megasusangel, indeed. I suddenly thought back to when I was 16. It was a hot, humid afternoon. I was in class looking out the window in boredom. A boy in a loose-fitting school uniform ran by. I couldn't make out his face. Oh, that was it? That was it? Okay, whatever. All right. Gonna let Christian, the kid, eat in front of the camera. Spine, who knows everything. Fixing the blackout. And who are we summoning? We're summoning Lucien, Victor, and Keto today. Lucien, Victor, and Keto. Ah, yeah. Yes, I do like strawberries. Strawberries are my favorite. I like strawberries and bananas. Those are my two favorite fruits. All right, 722. Here we go. Another one of these. A correspondent brave enough to articulate enough for this assignment. Yeah, I really do like strawberries. Anything that I get, I like it strawberry flavored. Strawberry flavored water, strawberry scents. I like it all. Victor, Lucien, and Gavin. Oh, yeah. I got 2 crowns on that? Well, that sucks. Thought maybe I'd get more than that. Oh, well. Immersed in the memory, I wasn't aware something was happening not far from me. In a spacious room, the humming devices had been at work for over 20 hours. Keto hammered the keyboard as lines of numbers flew across the screen. He halted to type the word Helios, 1 letter at a time, on a login page. The humming stopped. The screen displayed an email inbox page, flashing on the name of a message sender.
Black Swan.
Uh-oh. Keto's low voice floated through the air like a feather in the night. He stretched, popped open a can of soda, hit send, then took his phone off airplane mode. The phone beeped and flashed. I was about to hit the sack when I got a text from Gavin. It said a message showed up in the perp's email inbox about today's incident, sent by someone named Black Swan. Okay, so we know Black Swan is the evil organization. Is the organization everybody's trying to work away from. Or trying to get at. It's technically an evil organization, from what I understand. Yesterday, a widespread internet paralysis broke out in Loveland. It has affected all websites in the city. On every homepage, there's a signature by a hacker named Key. It has deeply affected the daily lives of residents, but authorities have yet to respond as of 5 p.m. today. We have reports that an investigation has been launched, but so far, no leads are forthcoming. It was on TV all night everywhere. U-turn. Who is this Key guy? Is he well known? You don't know who Key is? He's a legend among hackers. Kiki started rattling off the deeds and exploits of this so-called hacker god. Key showed up on the hacker scene a long time back. 17 years ago, he hacked the servers of a classified bio-research facility said to be the worst cyber attack in 100 years. As they gabbed about Key, a long-ago incident surfaced in my mind. 17 years back was when Miracle Finder debuted. Being 5 at the time, I didn't understand why my father got very busy all of a sudden. Much later in life, I found out my father's diligent reporting work saved the facility's most classified file from being leaked. His investigative piece caught massive attention, even in an era before the internet became popular. He tracked the incident and even made a documentary short that was a precursor for Miracle Finder. He exposed the hacking before it could get worse, and Key just plain disappeared. So you're saying he's resurfaced? Nah, he's been back since last year, but he's been doing white hat stuff. White hat stuff? My curiosity was suddenly piqued. In the past year, Key's exposed a lot of malicious hackers and majorly reduced the amount of cybercrime occurring. And he leaves a calling card, his signature, every time he exposes someone like Zorro. So cool! Even more amazing, no one's ever met him. Some of his old programs have been found, but no one's been able to crack them. I used to, but I don't use TikTok anymore. I still have one up, I just don't use it. He seems to be quite a flipper-flopper, though, no? There are suspicions. It's not really him who crashed the net, but he's the only one skilled enough. There's a poll going around on the forums about why he pulled a 180. Apparently, the leading theory is... Everybody held their breath as Kiki cleared her throat and slowly revealed. But yeah, I use YouTube Shorts, mostly, because YouTube is where I started, and I like that they gave us Shorts. So that's basically my TikTok, is YouTube Shorts. He has multiple personality disorder. My curiosity got the best of me, so I did a search for Key. King of the cyber world, legendary hacker, most feared hacker. Every news item warned how skilled and fearsome Key is. But the more I read, the stories started to take a bizarre turn. Former hacker god Key, obsessed with comic books. Key hacked site just to sneak preview Full Metal Alchemist finale. Loveland sold out of Key's favorite comic in 1 hour. I was bewildered. How come this Key was so different from the one my father investigated? The Key from my father's notes was so silent. This mysterious return with a new temperament was making me believe the multiple personality theory. Yes, Key is obsessed with comic books. How are you, Paul? Too bad I have no idea how to reach him. Hi, Victor.
The company is still intact, right?
What the heck, man? You think I burnt the whole thing down? What?
It's only been a few days, and suddenly you don't understand a basic question?
Shut up, Victor. Aren't you in America? How did you find out about it?
I so regret asking right now.
Oh my gosh. Oh, right. I'm supposed to say nothing will stop us short of losing your backing.
Idiot.
Quit calling me a baka.
Any question or problem, see Goldman.
Aww, and the last wave of Fire Emblem DLC. That's awesome. That's exciting. I can't wait for your birthday. I hope your birthday goes well. Thanks for caring.
I'm only looking out for my investment.
Knew you'd say that, but I appreciate it, nevertheless.
I'll be back next week. Anything I can get for you?
For me? Don't you only look out for your investments?
You did a good job on the report.
So, you're rewarding me. And solely for the hard work I did as an employee, correct?
Do you want something or not?
Being unvoiced when, yep, pretty much. Of course I do. Do I get to pick two?
Yes.
All right. Then I want you to make me pudding.
What? That's it?
Yeah. Haven't had it for a while now, and I miss it.
You're easy to please.
Oh, do you use your own special recipe? Can you teach it to me? I want to duplicate it, but it never turns out. My childhood memory is too hazy.
Childhood memory.
Don't know how to make this pudding. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Paul. Yeah, it tasted just like the ones from my childhood.
Remember anything else?
That's pretty much all I remember.
As usual, you remember nothing important.
Why are you suddenly so curious?
Never mind. Pudding. I got it.
Aw, he's gonna make me pudding! I'm a happy Pegasus now.
Okay, I'm turning in now. Don't disturb me for the next 6 hours. Bye.
Jeez, gotta be so rude. You're the one calling me all the time.
What's that?
Nothing! Nothing! Just pretend like I said nothing, okay? Yeah, I said nothing. Nothing happened. Nothing. Nothing! Good night. Yeah, they know more about me than I do myself. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got more news. Big news! Malicious hacker paralyzes internet citywide. Recently, a massive network failure has affected servers all across the city, leaving all homepages defaced with the signature of a hacker named Key. According to reports, the Loveland Police Department has opened an investigation, but no progress has been made. What the fuck? That was so dope. How did he do it? Key, the famous as fuck hacker? Wow. They're all using the AF and the WTF here. I'm only halfway through downloading my movie. I'm so mad I ate 2 pizzas. Internet's down. No! Please fix it or I'll die. The way you find my locker in Splatoon is if you have me as a friend, sometimes it'll show up. But usually it's after you play with me, it'll show up. Alright, time to produce another show so that we can get more story. Oh, my nose is itchy. But yeah, your friend's locker should show up randomly, depending on your friend. So you should be able to find mine. Mine is pink. And tall. Among Us. Hello, Kirby! Welcome to the stream. How are you? You coming in to watch these sus anime guys from Among Us? Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. If you're new here and having fun, feel free to subscribe. We always love new people here. Alright, time to open up another story. I put the idea of interviewing Key aside to check out show proposals. It's like a hot pink. But then my cell phone vibrated, notifying me of an email from the Hacker Consortium. I surreptitiously snuck the phone under the table and opened the email. Dear Big Daddy 123. Well, that's quite the username. Quite the username. Big Daddy 123? Is this a scam or a wrong email address? I kept reading. You are cordially invited to attend the annual Hacker Summit. Below is the address and password. I probably will not ever stream Doki Doki again. I had a lot of trouble with it whenever I recorded it when it first came out. And I still hate watching those videos. So I probably will not be playing Doki Doki Literature Club again. Take your Switch OLED to GameStop tomorrow just to get a cheaper one? Why would you do that? The OLEDs are so cool. Below is the address and password. Wrong address it was. And I didn't have Big Daddy 123's email to forward it to him. That's a big sus. I know, right? Hey, are you with us? Hannah nudged me. I'm still trying to think of a way to contact Key. Everybody's looking for him. An exclusive would catapult us right to the top. Only if we were part of that scene, we might have some insider knowledge. Part of the scene. I do have this email. What do you know about the Hacker Consortium? Oh my god, that's like a collection of the best hackers in Loveland. I might watch the side stories, but like I said, DDLC really messed me up when I streamed it. I hate watching myself play DDLC. Like, so much so that I've thought about deleting the whole playlist off my channel. Just does... Oh, it's not connecting to the internet. Huh, that's weird. But side stories sounds interesting, as long as there's not any, like, suicidal stuff in it. Seeing how in awe she was, I got the bright idea of going to that summit. Who knows what I might turn up? I don't know. Buy whatever weapon you think you'll do good at. I would always say dualies, but that's because I'm good at the dualies. Sorry, Big Daddy 123, but after all, it was sent to my inbox. Maybe it's fate. At that thought, I winked at Anna. I might have an in. Now that it was decided, I started digging up anything I could on the consortium and their summit. I came to find out they hold this every year to exchange information and hone their skills. Because of stringent screening only, the best of the best were invited. Brand new music. That's cool. The email got to the wrong person, but at just the right time. Naturally, I would have to spend the next 3 days cramming as to not blow my cover. I ended up collecting reams of info. Anyone passing by my office couldn't help but be impressed by the effort. But only I knew I never got past the first page. I know what the words mean individually, but not when they're strung together like this. 3 grueling days later came the summit. I navigated through winding alleys using GPS. Go straight down Gourd Alley next to 787 Gold Boulevard. Turn left at the 3rd intersection. 5th intersection on Sunset Boulevard. Turn right, then 500 meters uphill. 199 Peacock Lane. I finally made it! I looked up and did a double take. They mentioned some hard stuff. Yeah, and I'd have to be really careful. I'd have to be really careful with that. Ooh, this Watana stamper is a good one. A giant cyber cafe sign was dangling in the wind over a rundown storefront with peeling paint. This is the place where only the best of the best are supposedly convening. Peak Fiction comes out in 2 days. Hello, Rainbow Dash! I'm doing well, how are you? I rubbed my eyes to make sure it wasn't a dream. Basic girl, basic hairstyle. What did you say? I suddenly noticed a man standing in the door with red, spiky hair covered in metallic bling. Looking closer, there was actually an order to the chaos, just like his hair, sticking straight up, not a strand out of place. He eyed me and shook his head. Were you talking to me? I see foreign. I can give you a cool new do, make you look fabulous. An edgy man. He talks in internet speak. I see foreign. G explanation point VEU. A C00I N3W DO. Do. M at KEU. Oh my gosh. L00K F at Bulus. $sign. No thanks. I waved no and backed up. Did I come to the wrong place? He reminds me of a character from Ace Attorney. Really? I checked the address, and it was correct. I still had 30 minutes before the meeting, so I went looking for help. I circled the cafe a few times before settling on a group of weirdly dressed guys. Excuse me, is this the place for the Hacker Summit? They looked me over. How do you know about that? I am here to participate? As I tried to blunt my way through, one of the guys couldn't help but laugh. First time, right? Remember to change into your costume before going in. What? You have to dress up for the Hacker Summit? Seeing my confusion, the guy pointed at his friends. We're all hackers. When we meet IRL, we gotta keep our identity secret. The more famous, the more secret you gotta be. Don't you know that? I shook my head in ignorance before catching myself and nodded. So that's how it is. Lucky I didn't barge right in like this or my cover would be blown. Looking at how I was dressed, I decided I needed a makeover to at least try to look the part. I ran hastily into the only clothing shop around. Oh boy. Moments? Gavin almost punched me all the way downstairs just now. Ha, that happens to you too. I like Gavin even more now. He has my full support. The only reason I'm not a hacker yet is that I'm missing a badass jacket. Because that's what all hackers need, is a badass jacket. This is actually a Chinese dating sim. It came from China. But they did make an anime of it. I highly doubt there's going to be any fan service. We'll just wait and see. We'll see how it works. After we get to the next part of the story. I have to play the little game, the little mini game where I produce a film before I can actually go into the story. Have you tried any kind of allergy medicine for it? Like, I have allergy-induced asthma, so I always have allergy medicine on hand and an inhaler. This ought to do. I looked at my new self in the mirror, and something felt off. I grabbed a ribbon and tied my hair up. That was a bit better. Wow, looking good, miss. This is a perfect fit for you. Really? Can you tell it's me? Of course. Who wouldn't recognize such a beauty? Oh, forget it then. No, I can't tell. I even forgot what you looked like just then. Always tell the customers what they want to hear. I see. The summit was about to begin, so I bought it without hesitation. Holding down the brim of my hat, I jogged back to the cafe. The spike-haired punk was still at the door tapping his foot. He looked me over and then spewed out a string of numbers. 589048853. Aw, I'm sorry you almost got sick, Francisco. So he's actually the gatekeeper. No wonder he mistook me for a passerby before I got all dressed up. I regurgitated the numbers I had memorized for so long. 579-867-119. He opened the cafe door behind him. You want a membership? 25% off all purchases. It's the password to open the coffin snake is trapped in. No thanks. I hurried through the door. I followed a long, meandering corridor until I was just about dizzy before finally hearing the sound of people. Have fun playing Mario Kart, Francisco. I play that too on my channel. I opened a door to a simple, all black and white conference room with a wedge-shaped wooden ceiling panel suspended like a riddle above, and seats welded out of 0 and 1-shaped metal pieces. That is a mouthful. My heart beat faster, knowing I was about to enter an unknown world under a false identity. I took a deep breath and kept going. Few hackers congregated by the door, talking about something, erupting in laughter from time to time. Oh man, it's like they're speaking gibberish. I can't understand a thing. Better just move along. The room started to fill up. I moved carefully about with my back to the wall. And to my shubie. A bunch of eyes suddenly turned in my direction. I froze in my best sneaking stance. What should I say? He was probably asking for my handle. I'm a Big Daddy 123. I could barely say the name out loud. First time, right? Remember to change into your costume before going in. Heh, gee, thanks. I slowly tried to sink away. So, what's your take on the quantum password transmission method he just suggested? Your mom will give you allergy soup. Good. No, I have not bought the game card for Splatoon 3 yet. No. I plan on it, but I have the digital copy right now. I once again froze in place. What the heck is that? Pop-up windows and info flashed through my mind, and then it all went blank. Well, about that, I think, I scoured my brain as hard as I could, but couldn't find a single thing to say. Screw it. Say something. Politicians do this all the time. If I had a game card, I would actually do like a cool life hack. What do you mean? I have like all the amiibos. I kind of prefer buying them. Honestly, I prefer buying them digitally. Sorry, I'm stretching. I prefer buying them digitally over physically. Because then I can take all my games wherever I go, so if I'm bored of one game, I don't have to pull it out of the thing and put a new one in. Under certain it's viable. It's viable. Under certain other situations, it's, not. And with that, I dumbfounded not only myself, but everyone in the room. Everyone ceased their chattering and looked quizzically at me. I bit down on my tongue hard. What did I just say? Now would be a great time for an earthquake or tsunami or something.
Hey, you're here.
Yeah, I know. A tall guy in a black hat waved at me and approached. Totally not keto. This is not keto, guys. This is a tall guy in a black hat. Who knows me, apparently. Was he talking to me? I wasn't totally sure, but it felt like he was, even though I couldn't quite see his eyes. But he must have me confused with someone else. Oh, screw it. This is my chance to get away. Yeah, I got here late. He nodded. The surrounding hackers resumed their conversations, but now it centered on the guy coming up to me. Oh yeah, I know a lot of the Nintendo Switch, pull-out things are reversible. Big Daddy 123 and the Sysop know each other? I let out a sigh of relief, glanced at the guy still standing there, and then slipped off in the other direction. That was close. The last time I was this nervous was when I went to LFG for the report. So the guy must be the Sysop, but why would he talk to me? Did I disguise myself too well? And he sounded familiar. I stroked the wig on my head and adjusted my sunglasses. This was unbelievable. As the room started to fill up, I made myself scarce in a corner, checking out the high-tech surroundings and listening in on conversations. If I couldn't get in touch with Key, a piece on his secret summit might be a suitable alternative. I scanned around curiously and saw Sisop staring at his phone in a corner, alone. Then an announcement sounded, reminding everyone to sign in. I mimicked others in accessing the touchpad on my seat and clumsily entered Big Daddy 123.
So, this is your seat, Big Daddy 123?
Yeah, hi. I'm Big Daddy 123, totally not Pegasus. I turned to see the guy in the corner had sidled up to the seat next to me. And there was a playful little rise in his tone at the end. It dawned on me that he knew I was an imposter just then, and was only bailing me out of that jam. I relaxed, but also blushed slightly. Thanks for what you did back there.
It's all good. Besides, you were blocking the doorway and I couldn't get in otherwise.
Yeah, okay, that's the only reason you did it. I got it, okay. Okay, so that's why. You won't tell, will you?
Worry not. In my 20-some years of hacking, I've never passed a secret on to anyone.
20-some years? You're really 45? I can't tell at all. The corners of his mouth perked up a bit.
Actually, I'm 30. But would you believe I started junior high when I was 10?
That sounds like a real hacker. I nodded in awe. That made him snicker.
Did you really believe that?
I mean, I know junior high kids that started at 10.
And on top of that, I'm wearing a mask. You can't even see my face.
You're not wearing a mask, you're wearing a hoodie over your head. That is not a mask. So that's how you can tell such brazen lies. I was a bit angry, but the guy just kept laughing. His laughter calmed me down, and I got that sense of familiarity again. Not just his demeanor and voice, but even the way he teased people reminded me of someone. Is age a closely guarded secret among you hackers?
Not just age. Everything's secret. Just like, even though they don't know, I know that I know you're not Big Daddy 123.
Well, damn it. I thought that my disguise with the hat was perfect. He paused.
That sounds a bit confusing. Anyway, the point is, your secret's safe here.
Does this mean there's no way for me to find Key?
Wait, what? Why do you want to find Key?
Well, I want to interview him. Oh, yay, good. We're finally getting Pokemon Stadium. I leaned close to Sisop and whispered.
Oh, so that's why you got yourself in this ridiculous getup.
My getup is not ridiculous, okay? You're so mean. Hey, my disguise isn't that bad. But this guy's story is pretty strange, right? I heard he's been on the up and up since his reappearance, only to turn around and start crashing sites.
So you think he's a bad guy too?
I nodded, then shook my head. I just feel the turn was too drastic, although he did do bad things in the past. I know, it is nice to know they haven't forgotten about the N64 games. Also, guys, for those of you that have been watching the whole entire series, you need to let me know who you think I have the best chemistry with, because that's the person I'm going to try to pursue eventually in this game. Hello, Ghost! Long time no see. How you been? Hope you're doing well. The Sisop fixed his eyes on me, seemingly waiting for me to continue. Still, it's wrong to jump to conclusions, especially when all we got is a SIG. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. It's good to see you. It really is. I've been wondering how things have been going. So whoever has long hair. None of them have long hair, sorry. It has been a while. I'm glad to hear that you're good, though. He suddenly burst out into laughter. What did I say? What? Did I say something wrong? He shook his head.
Au contraire. I thought that was very well said.
My nose is itchy.
The world of data is comprised of ones and zeros, but for humans, it's more than black and white.
Yep, there's always two sides to every story, in my opinion. Alright, the authoritative and scholarly host is this dude, Kyle. Brings a sense of humor. I don't have any good ones for this one, unfortunately. Boop, boop, boop. So we got Lucien, Gavin, and Victor. And confirm. Oh, I gotta do another one of these before I can continue the story. I like the story in this game so much. It's so good. And I like that they have voice actors for the potential love interest. That's what makes this game unique. I don't know. I don't win every single Mario Kart game. I legit am usually either in the top 6 or the bottom 12th place. I don't know. I really like Zero Escape Stories because it had a lot of different outcomes and endings. This one doesn't really have a lot of different endings or outcomes. It's kind of just a straight story. So, I don't know. I do like the story a lot, and I like the potential love interest in the story. As I contemplated the meaning of his words, the lights above suddenly went out. After a clicking noise, the lights slowly came back on. What was that? I looked around and saw everyone was as puzzled as I was. This is called Mr. Love Queen's Choice. It is a dating simulator mobile cell phone game. It's a lot of fun. I like it a lot. And I wanted to put the whole game on my channel, so I've been playing through it for everybody live once a week. The sound of ticking followed, sounding very loud in the silent room. Someone shouted, "Bomb!" and then the whole crowd panicked and rushed for the exit. Bomb? I looked up and saw red lights flashing in all 4 corners of the ceiling.
Uh-oh, we gotta run for the door.
He grabbed me and headed for the exit. Isn't this a summit? Why would someone plant a bomb? All the doors and windows are locked. The revelation only made people mob the exit and bang on it even more. Then a bright red countdown popped up on the stage screen, showing 8:57:09. The ticks are synced with the countdown on the screen. It was a bomb. I turned pale. I was just trying to crash a meeting. How could this happen? I took my phone out but couldn't get any signal. Now what? As I searched for an answer, I heard the sound of keyboard pounding next to me. I turned and saw the sysop tapping away on a miniature computer. I couldn't see his expression, but the feel of powerful concentration coming off him was unmistakable. We're about to die, and you're typing? He didn't seem to hear me, remaining laser focused on his device. But it wasn't just him. Other people also started to sit and bang away on their keyboards. The cacophony of cries for help, banging on the door, and pounding on keyboards was bewildering. Hello, Applejack. Welcome. I just stood there with a totally helpless feeling of not knowing what to do. Then I remembered in hacker movies, the protagonists always save the day at the last moment. Is this what they're doing? By hacking? Is this what they mean when they say they're waging a smokeless war? I actually got excited watching these masters of their craft trying to save me as well as themselves. The seconds ticked away. The countdown was now at 3:12:09. 3 minutes left. All I could contribute was prayers for a miracle. We can do this, guys! Then everything suddenly paused. The numbers on the screen stopped flashing. I did it! I did it! A guy in black surgical mask jumped up in celebration. His face flushed completely red. The crowd burst into cheers, and many started hugging each other out of joy. A miracle really did come. I was drained, but extraordinarily relieved. OMG, I was scared out of my wits.
That was too easy.
I caught every word despite the noise level. That is not something you want to hear. I am playing Mr. Love Queen's Choice, a cell phone dating simulator game. What did you say? He didn't reply, but returned to working the keyboard. A blinding red light shone over the crowd, making me squint. The ticking resumed, only louder this time, and faster. What's going on? Wasn't the bomb defused? I looked at the giant countdown on the screen, dumbfounded. The numbers were in a rapid freefall. The crowd panicked again, this time in unchecked pandemonium. The erstwhile composed hackers joined others in mobbing the door and yelling for help. Just hack it. Hack the door unlocked. We gotta figure out why the door got locked. Only one guy remained seated in the empty meeting space. Appearing unusually calm. Numbers flashed in a steady stream across the screen. Sorry, my computer stopped reading my phone for a minute. My legs, however, were trembling next to him. Is this the end for me? He straightened himself up a bit and tapped enter with a long finger. The countdown stopped. 00:02:45. Not even 3 seconds left. The silence was the repeat of the first. I closed my eyes, anticipating the countdown to restart again. I couldn't stand to face death. A pair of warm hands gently held mine. I slowly opened my eyes. There was no explosion like I expected. I was still alive. The hoots and hollers all around nearly shattered my eardrums. We're saved! I relaxed my clenched fist, leaving deep nail marks on my still sweating palms. My chest heaved up and down. I almost died. Felt wonderful to have survived, but it's not a feeling I would ever want to go through again. Judging from how excited everyone looked, they felt the same way too. I glanced back at the superhero who just saved us all. The man who dueled with death and won was him. But he was still on the keyboard, as if that battle was just a daily routine for him. Thank you so much. He turned to me and laughed.
For what?
For saving my life and everyone else here too.
You saw me do that?
Yeah?
Though I gotta say, it took longer than I thought.
You only just now realized this?
Yeah, but I just discovered an unknown server, and only one guy knows where it is.
One guy?
Could it? Uh-oh, it's not over. We gotta leave now.
We gotta leave! The overhead light shattered, plunging the room into total darkness. The crowd screamed and entered into an unprecedented panic. I don't know. Kiro is voiced by, Sean Chiplock. So, I can't remember who played Santa, but Hiro is voiced by Sean Chiplock. What's going on? A calm voice next to me called out in the dark. Well, there you go. Yup, Sean Chiplock voices Kiro. Or did. They don't anymore, but they did.
Don't panic, and head for the west exit.
The crowd began a mad dash in that direction. A pair of hands grabbed and moved me along.
Hold on tight.
Okay. We were packed in amongst the crowd, jostling toward a dim light ahead. There's the way out! With hope in sight, the crowd got excited again. Suddenly, someone shoved me off balance, and I fell, taking the systop down with me. Yes, he did. Am I right? What? Are you right about what? All I see is it just me that wins every single Mario Kart game? That's all I see. I don't understand why you'd be asking if you're right on that.
You okay?
He was concerned, and I was rattled enough not to realize he had just called me by name. He called out my name. He called me Pegasus. Apparently. I'm fine. Footsteps rushed by us. When we finally got up, just a few stragglers were still running out the door. Yeah, I didn't see your comment. The last comment I see is it just me that wins every single Mario Kart game? That's the last one I see from you, Francisco. And then you said, am I right? You made some apple juice for me. Nice. Just a few stragglers were still running out the door. We were left behind and all alone. I looked up in time to see the door slam shut in front of us.
Not good.
I pushed and pulled on the handle, but it was locked. I banged on the door and called for help in vain. We're stuck! I turned and took a step, but I stepped on nothing but air underneath me. Oh no. Ah! Oh my gosh, hot boy. That is such a hot picture of Keto. That almost makes me want to date Keto just by looking at that picture. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Hot boy. Oh my word. I need to date Keto now. Oh my word. That is hot. Alright. That is hot. Wow, it's a man. I know, right? It's a hot guy.
Watch out!
We're still calling him the Sisop, even though we know it's Keto. I shut my eyes tight and felt like I was in a warm embrace, followed by a weightless fall. I need air conditioning. I do! A vast darkness swallowed me whole. Oh my, it's a guy. It is a guy. Alright, let's see. We gotta do more of this before we can continue with the story. Alright, Lynn's. Or Liz, whatever her name is. Ken compiles blurry clips. Well, that sucks. Alright, let's go. Alright, do we got another story or do I have to do another one of these? Wait, got more story coming up. Whoa, outside the window was the pitter-patter. I slowly opened my eyes, finding my body was imprisoned. And I couldn't move an inch. The moan, the meow, and the ticking in the dark room. I tried hard to reach out my hand, groping on the wall. Suddenly I found something round and cold, some metal-like button. I tried pressing lightly. The roof suddenly cracked. Sunlight came to me at once, dazzling. I closed my eyes. Someone touched my face with his hand. Who is he? I forced my eyes open, but there was nothing but silent, endless blackness in sight. Hello, Ranchin' VR Man. How are you? I touched my cheek. There was nothing on my face. You're gonna say it again? Okay, hopefully it'll show up. It was just a dream. I took a deep breath, still a little shaken. What just happened? How did I fall? Where am I? I'm doing good. Glad to hear you're doing well. I noticed a warm arm around my back. My curled body didn't hit the ground, but rather was cradled by someone's chest. The hot breath over my head and the strong heartbeat of that chest stood out in the dark. I remembered someone catching me. Since we were alone together, I assumed it was a Sisop. I turned my head, and the man behind me kept me steady.
Are you awake? Are you hurt at all?
A light came on, making me squint. My face was held between a pair of hands, and I felt his hurried breathing. I'm all right. Are you hurt yourself? Thank you for...
I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
He gently ran his fingers through my hair, and I felt completely reassured. Wait a minute. The Sisop's voice had changed to one that was very familiar. No, I didn't see it, so YouTube is probably blocking it. You're... I couldn't believe how familiar the voice was, or whose it was.
That's right. It's me.
It's me. He doesn't say his name, he just says it's me. Yes, Luna is adorable. Luna's the best kitty in the world. He shone a flashlight at himself. The blonde hair really stood out. He took off his hat.
Finally, I can ditch this thing. It's been suffocating me.
Keto?
Yep, here I am.
I couldn't believe the person who chatted with me defused the bomb and was holding me in his arms was Keto.
Why aren't you saying anything? Did you get hurt from the fall after all?
He pulled my hands to him, looking them over carefully. That endless warmth emanating from his palms almost made me cry. He shielded me with his own body. Then when he came to worried... He shielded me with his own body. Then, when he came to, worried not about himself, but me. Oh, okay. Are you really Keto? I'm not dreaming, am I?
What? You don't recognize me?
He stuck his face inches from mine and winked.
The one and only genuine article, Miss Chips. Now tell me whether this is a dream or not.
I looked at the hat in his hand and decided to accept the truth. The sysop is Keto? What's a superstar doing here as a hacker? That's simply inconceivable. I looked at Keto, befuddled.
Where do I begin? I'm at a loss for words myself. I'm a star and a hacker. They're not mutually exclusive. Just like you like to eat spicy hot pot, but also like plain steamed vegetables too.
Yeah, that does seem to make sense, but still a little weird.
Today, Super Hacker is here to save the world.
So you attended the summit as a hacker?
Yes. Actually, I was under a false identity just like you.
What? Why?
We're both here for the same guy.
What do you mean?
You probably won't believe any of this, but I'm telling you the truth. Actually, I'm Key.
Go on the water and like... So doesn't Inklings go on the water and like going down, but in Mario Kart that doesn't happen? Yeah, if the Inklings fall in the water, they die. So this dude is apparently Key. So not only is he Keto and Sysop, but he's also Key. Interesting. Ah, Luna, you're on my headphones. Okay. Thank you for pulling my headphones off my head. Maybe they can't... Oh, yeah, they can go to in the water in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so they might have evolved. That stopped me in my tracks. Did he just say he's the Key who resurfaced after 17 long years? So, Keto is a Sysop who is Key. So, they're all the same person? Kiro chuckled at my inane babbling.
Yes, all three are the same person. Do you get it now? Wait, scratch that. I'm not the Sysop.
But you just... I still couldn't wrap my head around that.
I came to clear my name. Someone pretending to be me hacked those sites. So I hacked into the Sysop's email and snuck in here posed as him, similar to what you did.
But wasn't Key around a long time ago? How did you... I just blurted my thoughts like an idiot. Keto cracked a smile and his eyes lit up.
Actually, there are two Keys.
Seeing that I wasn't going to interrupt, he
The
continued.
Key from 17 years back was my mentor. At the time,
He stole a glance at me before continuing on.
after he was exposed, he retired from the scene. 1 year ago, I assumed his name and brought him back. That's why a lot of people think Key has split personality, because it really is two different people.
Oh, that makes sense.
I planned on just clearing things up and leaving, but then I saw you.
He suddenly raised his eyebrows.
So I decided to stick around. Especially with you in such a crazy outfit.
My outfit is fine, Keto. I look adorable. Shut up. Hey, you were dressed pretty crazy yourself.
Yeah, and it was the worst. I couldn't stand it. Plus, I had to talk in this low voice.
You're gonna dip? Alright, see you later, Ghost. It's been awesome to see you again. I do miss you. I miss you so much. Hope to see you again soon.
But it's just the two of us now. I can ditch the mask.
No wonder he helped me out of that bind. No wonder he seemed so familiar. No wonder. I kept reconnecting the dots over and over in my head. Wait, if you recognized me from the get-go, then why did you string me along? I feel so stupid.
You can be as stupid as you want in front of me.
Joker ditches his mask, he summons his persona. Yes! I need to play Persona. I've never played it. I've watched people play it. It's super awesome looking. He didn't seem to care at all, but I shot him an angry look.
Are you mad?
You just called me stupid. It's now a meme. That is so cool. That is so cool. I mean, he literally just called me stupid. Of course I'm mad.
I was going to tell you, but there was the bomb, and then we fell.
He kind of slinked his frame, batting his eyes like a guilty puppy. Don't do that, Keto. You're going to make me feel sorry for you, and I don't want to feel sorry for you right now. I want to be angry. Fine. I won't get mad. I know how important it is for hackers to protect their true identities. Your secret is safe with me.
I trust you. It's just between us two.
He grinned, and his eyes seemed to radiate pure innocence. I have another question. Where are we, and how did we end up in here? Keto shook his head.
I don't know where we are either. But someone impersonated me to try to draw me out, and then planted a bomb to find out who the real Key is.
I'm glad you like the emotes. Yeah, I love my emotes.
I think this whole thing is an attempt to get at me.
Having accepted the fact that Keto is Key, I was finally realizing what he meant about clearing his name. Welcome back, Francisco. So, you just said Key wasn't behind this massive cyber attack.
Of course not. I wouldn't do something so tasteless. Besides, my sig ain't that ugly.
Duh.
But how did you get here anyway? And how did you choose that getup?
The summit sent me Big Daddy 123's invite by mistake. I seized the opportunity, and here I am. Keto's brow furrowed as he pondered over something.
What are the chances they mistakenly sent a hacker invite and us ending up in the same place? Unless...
Unless what? Unless what? Always love when I say the same thing that my character is thinking before I know that she's thinking it.
Unless someone sent it to you on purpose to draw you there.
Why would they do that?
Not sure yet.
There were more questions than answers, making me even more confused. Staring into the darkness, a wave of guilt came over me. Sorry for me tripping, otherwise we'd be outside right now. Not only did you not clear your name, but you're trapped here because of me. He locked eyes with me and shook his head, a look of regret in his eyes.
It's not your fault. I got you into this. But don't worry, I won't let them succeed.
Well, don't you worry either, because I'll help you clear your name once we get out.
All right, I'll remember that, Miss Fancy Producer. First things first, though, we gotta get out of here.
Why wouldn't you just... I prefer Miss Chips, but okay. He patted my hair, his blue eyes gently reassuring me in the dark. Okay. He scanned the surroundings, took out his miniature computer, and began to work his magic. The screen showed a rapidly rotating blueprint.
We're in a secret room.
Secret room? There's actually a secret room underneath this place?
I didn't count on that either. And from the looks of it, the room was built quite a while back.
What do we do now?
Come on, did you forget you're talking to Key? I'll get you out. Check this out. I made a 3D model of the room. This is where we are now.
Cool.
According to this, there are 3 connected secret rooms. The last one leading to the venue's back door.
So he knows how to make 3D models, like, quick. You haven't done your piano lessons? You should do your piano lessons. Once Keto starts working, rather, I should say, once he starts hacking, he becomes almost a different person. This Keto in front of me, who shone like the sun, put my mind to ease. Aw, thank you, Orville. That's super sweet. Honestly, I felt safe ever since seeing how collected he was dealing with the bomb. I trust him. There's nothing for me to fear as long as he's around. But I still don't get it.
Right now, all we gotta do is find a way to the upper level, then go through 2 more secret rooms, and that's it.
He pointed all around the diagram. You're on spring break? That's awesome. I hope you're enjoying your spring break. I looked at the 3D map and all I could do was nod.
All right, let's go find the exit to this room.
As soon as he uttered those words, his flashlight went out. What now?
Aw, no. This was a solar-powered flashlight that hooks up to my cell phone. The battery ran out.
Oh, no. It has gotten warmer recently. If spring is broken, how do you fix it? Can't fix it. It's broken. Use my phone. I took out my phone to find I couldn't get it to turn on. That's weird. It still had half power last time I checked.
No problem. I'll fix this in a snap. Watch me.
A strange shuffling noise came from somewhere and made me sidle up to Keto.
You wanted to learn about Key, right? Well, he's right in front of you.
He said that out of the blue. The shuffling I heard died down a bit, and I forced myself to calm down. You'll let me interview you?
This is your golden opportunity. Hello, Miss Chips. I'm Key.
Oh my gosh. Why are you trying to sound so mysterious as Key? He lowered his voice and seemed to switch into another persona. Nice to meet you. I'm Pegasusangel YT. As a hacker, what work of yours are you most proud of? He mulled the question over before answering in that low voice.
I feel my signature is particularly a work of art.
This is so weird. The low voice suddenly got a few octaves higher, and his tone couldn't help revealing an underlying pride and pomposity. Don't all hackers just manipulate code? Who brags about having a nice signature?
Don't knock it. I designed my own special font, even copyrighted it.
He said it in a way that hinted great disdain for his imposter's inferior signature. Keto can be so straight up cute.
Are you feeling more relaxed now?
I paused, suddenly realizing I wasn't nearly as anxious as before.
Actually, when you stop thinking about it, it's not so scary. Chatting is the best way to get rid of tension. Remember that one time when I was a nervous wreck before a concert, and you chatted me out of it?
Yeah, I lost my pin recorder too.
Right. Well, from then on, I always find someone to talk to when I get the jitters. It makes me forget how nervous I am. Okay, I've got it all hooked up.
Here we go. A beam of light shone forth. He cocked his eyebrow at me. Pegasus, X Nimona, and Gavin. Yes, I saw that Team Nessie won the Splatfest. I saw that. So Orville thinks I should pursue Gavin. I've had 2 other people come in and say they think I should pursue Victor. Is there anybody that thinks I should pursue Keto?
Finally, we can stop fumbling around in the dark.
Wait, why do I feel something's not right?
What? You sent a trap or something?
He sidled up to me. Nervously. You didn't watch yesterday? I didn't stream yesterday. You said the flashlight is solar powered?
Yeah, I can get you one after we get out of here.
But if there's enough sunlight to power it, you don't need it to see anything. Took a few seconds, but eventually a look of understanding flashed across Kito's face.
Hey, you're right. Why didn't I realize that?
Boo, Victor. All my anxieties were gone as I looked at Kito's depressed face. He's a genius, but there's still that classic absent-minded cuteness mixed in. Maybe he's the one who's solar-powered, radiant as he is. With the flashlight, we discovered the room we were in had no windows, and the only door was padlocked. Victor's always mean. He's mean to everybody. He held up the lock, then opened his phone's camera app. A miniature probe popped out from the side of the phone's lens, and he poked it into the lock. His computer screen followed the movement of the probe, inside the lock, generating a schematic of its internal makeup. That's awesome! He put down the lock and started working on the keyboard, his face all solemn under the glow of the screen.
Oh, I don't talk when I'm on the keyboard, but just tell me if you start feeling scared.
And he tried to seal the moon. Yes. He looked at me in complete sincerity. Okay. I always think you look so different when you're typing away like that.
I look even cooler, don't I?
Not just cooler, but more reassuring.
Now that's the ego boost I needed.
He winked, then lowered his head and resumed clacking away. A loud pop came seconds later, seemingly the sound of the lock opening. Success! Any celebration was cut short immediately by a tremor under our feet. What's going on? Pegasusangel YT! His voice was coming from above me. I raised my head and a white light hit my eyes. Kito was rising while the ground beneath me descended. We were getting further apart.
Give me your hand!
I got on tippy toes and tried to stretch out as far as I could. I broke out into a cold sweat as the gap between us grew.
Almost. Just a bit more.
Work's been doing good. For all of the actors to actually say your name during all of these scenes. I know, right? That'd be fun. He leaned forward as much as he could, eyes brimming with concern and urgency. The ground suddenly stopped quaking. When our fingertips finally touched, Kito grabbed onto my hand tight. The surface beneath me sank away as I dangled in the air. I glanced down into an endless chasm and started pulling myself up by Kito's hand. Our lives rested in our intertwining hands.
Hang on. You got this.
I braced my feet on the side of the steadily rising wall, then felt a powerful pulling force on my arm. I was pulled to safety and could hear Kiro's rapid breathing right by my ear. That is such a cute picture. You should have the Mario Kart DLC. Well, I do have it, so if I ever play Mario Kart and you want to play with us, you could probably get some DLC tracks. That is such a cute picture. What an outfit. I know, right? Totally don't look like my character at all.
Are you alright? Are you hurt?
He was mere inches from the face. A bead of sweat on his nose showed my reflection. I realized I was half kneeling and practically laying in Kito's chest. I never had a closer look into his pure, starry eyes than now. I just kept staring deeper and deeper. Did the earth shake again? How did I get pulled into his warm embrace? His heart beat like a drum. His breathing in my ear had me all stirred up to the point of distraction.
Don't worry. I'll protect you. I promise.
That's sweet. Yeah. I looked up and found he was looking at me, staring deeply into my eyes. I'm okay. He laughed in relief, chasing off every last bit of fear I had.
I didn't pull too hard just then, did I? Is your hand hurt?
He held them and checked carefully. Before I could answer, I was startled by a thin trail of blood running down his wrist. Your hand! He then noticed a small cut that showed up redder juxtaposed with his glistening skin.
Oh, I guess I scratched it just then.
I reflexively reached for a Band-Aid. Oh, I left my purse in the conference room.
It's okay, I'll be fine. It's not like this never happened before on a movie set. Plus, I'm a man. I can handle a little bleeding.
He's a man. He can handle the bleeding, guys. He gently rubbed my hair to console me. But it's still bleeding quite a bit. I had nothing on me that could stop the bleeding, and there was nothing to clean the wound either. After some thought, I took off my hair ribbon and tied it around his wrist. Blood soaked through the ribbon, and my hand shook, but with a few wraps, I managed to stop the bleeding. It isn't the best dressing job, but it has to do for now. I looked up and saw a look on Kiro's face as comforting as soft sand on the beach at night.
Thank you. I think this patch-up job looks pretty good.
Aww. Remembering that it was because of me he got hurt, I lowered my head. I'm sorry. You cutting your hand. It's all my fault. He sat down next to me.
It's not your fault at all.
That's a good.
See? You even stopped the bleeding.
I like whenever that. I like that. That. I should be able to collect it. Yeah. I like that voice. Ooh, I know. Yeah, taking responsibility for my mistakes, indeed.
There's nothing to be afraid of. I'll protect you.
His smile made me fuzzy and warm inside. I don't think we're in that room anymore.
Yeah, we're in the second room. This is more dangerous than I thought.
The room was completely sealed without any door. Then let's find if there's any way out. I stood up only to be grabbed tightly by a pair of hands. In the chilly darkness, I somehow sensed the sound of warm blood moving through veins. My heart skipped another beat.
Don't let go of my hand. The ground could break apart again.
Yeah, the ground has been breaking apart a lot in this one. Like, no matter what, I'm still getting ground broken apart. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. I reflexively clutched his dry, warm hand. All right, 8:15. Aw, man. Gotta do another one of these. Hello. Works with the production crew well. Have no good cameraman right now. I'm glad you like it when I stream, Francisco. I enjoy streaming and chatting with everybody. Alright, so that was 2 crowns, right? Yeah, 2 crowns. Alright, keep going. Another one of these. Alright, Dingle Daisy, man. Hands out miracle pills that halt nausea right away. Go, Dingle Daisy. I mean, when people are toxic, I try to be positive and try to turn their attitude around, but that doesn't always work. So, I mean, I guess when people are being toxic, I don't enjoy streaming as much. I appreciate that, Applejack. Hello, Moose! Welcome to the stream! How are you? Why is your face hurt? I only got 2 crowns on that? I thought I got 3. So, Moose, what do you think? Okay, I've had 2 people tell me they think I need to get with Victor. I've had one person tell me I need to get with Gavin. And I'm wanting to see what other people think. Kiro, well, I don't know. Some of you haven't met everybody yet. But we got Kiro, Gavin, Victor, and Lucian. Moose walked into a wall again. Oh, no. We did a round and found nothing in the room. It was just like an iron-walled prison cell. The thought sent a shiver down my spine. And it was just over 33 degrees Fahrenheit and sunny. Sudden blizzard. Oh, yeah. We're going to be getting some crazy weather tomorrow, which is why I'm not streaming tomorrow. I will not be streaming tomorrow, guys, because during my stream is when the tornadoes are supposed to be here.
Weird. Not one clue.
Yeah, the last one at least had a lock. Woo! Woo! I couldn't make out whether it was a gust of wind or an animal crying, but it gave me goosebumps. Yeah, I'm in a level 4 or 5 risk right now where I live, so no streams tomorrow because more than likely I'm not even going to get much sleep because it sounds like most of the weather's going to come in around 3 or 4, and then I'm going to have to probably take shelter more than once. If it's anything like the outbreak that happened last week, it's going to be bad. And they said it's going to be worse than that. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think so.
He held my hand even tighter.
I remember seeing a cat cafe nearby this place. Judging by the sound, we should be close to the third room.
The noise got louder, and a familiar image popped into my mind. As I groped the wall, my fingers ran across a cold, round object. It's from that dream. Well, the ones that we know about right now that I can go after are Victor, Lucien, Keto, and Gavin. All I could hear was my heart pounding. Given the previous encounters, I wasn't about to dismiss any vision or dreams. But in such a dangerous situation, would it be safe to put all my trust in a dream? Would you trust me if I said I might know a way out? There was a second's pause in the darkness, and then Keto's voice rang out resolutely.
I would.
No questions, no hint of doubt, just a straight answer. He squeezed my hand as if to offer support. I took a deep breath and pressed the object. You're kind of on Team Keto. 1, 2, 3 seconds went by, and nothing. Could it be? I was wrong? As soon as I said the words, the metal object under my fingertip suddenly popped back out. Ah! Yes, exactly. Heartbeat is so loud in this game, too. A pale light flickered toward me. Then a silhouette quickly jumped in front of me without a moment's regard for his own safety.
Watch out!
The heck? Hot boy! Keto shielded me with his body. I peeked over his shoulder and noticed pale white dots began to appear. On the wall! The dots of light steadily multiplied, covering the wall. Is this some kind of test?
My mentor once mentioned a hacker in America who could transmit data through laser pulses. Just code the info as photon beams, and it will come off as random, meaningless dots. That hacker vanished without a trace after making headlines with his attack on the White House.
Oh, wow. He was fixated on the dots with hope, admiration, regret, and other emotions I couldn't decipher. He then sat down, turned on the mini computer, and worked the keyboard again. Man, we are getting some hot pictures of Kiro tonight, guys. He eyed the changing dots on the wall, and then periodically his head would drop as his fingers flicked rapidly over the keyboard. A sprite flip on? Oh, yes, I remember that. Is he your husband? No, these are just my friends. None of them are my husbands yet. After surviving the previous encounters, I wasn't nearly as flustered now. I never doubted Keto's skills, even if he claimed it was the mystery of the century for hackers. Then he suddenly stopped, his brow in knots. What? His normally cool as a cucumber demeanor was replaced by a stunned expression I'd never seen before. He looked at me, his bright eyes flashing a sign of hesitation.
Nothing. I just zoned out for a second there. Don't worry.
Pretty hot, yes. The other guys are weird and or jerks. He smiled and returned to the task at hand. The dots vanished one by one to the tapping, until only one was left in upper left corner. He walked up and touched the brick marked by the dot. The brick retracted to reveal a chip the size of a fingernail underneath. Wow! That was amazing!
But of course, when we get out of here, I'll give you an exclusive first interview. Sound good?
His expression was full of youthful energy and confidence. After the final dot faded, a passage appeared. Kiro took my hand and cautiously entered. We should be out of here pretty quickly, right?
Yeah, the third room should lead to the back door.
Good, because your hand is starting to bleed again. Seeing the band soaked through with blood had me worried. An arm squeezed me around the shoulder.
Relax. It's a badge of honor for us superheroes.
Oh my gosh, Kiro, why you gotta be so cute? We nodded at each other and stepped into the third room. No sooner had we set foot on the floor, a loud bang was heard. What was that?
Is the wall moving?
It didn't seem to be. I rubbed my eyes, took another look, and my jaw dropped. The wall is closing in on us!
Quick, get behind me!
Kiro inserted the chip into the computer. A screen popped up on a side wall with strings of numbers unintelligible to me. He pounded on the keyboard fiercely. I tried to calm my breathing, since the last thing I wanted was to have him distracted. The already small room got smaller with every second that went by. He pressed enter repeatedly, but the wall still inched its way toward us. We're going to be trapped forever if this keeps up. Kiro's forehead beaded with sweat. My palms were getting colder in the already chilly room. When the wall got to a few feet from us, I started pushing against it in desperation. I would settle for buying Kiro, even just a second. While sweat poured down his cheeks, Kiro seemed to mutter something.
If this wasn't the code, it should be...
He sped up, turning the numbers on the screen into one giant blur. He's been protecting me this whole time. I can't let him shoulder this burden all on his own. I racked my brain over every little detail, trying to figure the whole thing out. He said this was a plan to draw him out, so logically this was set up specifically to target Key. If that wasn't the case... Right or wrong, my intuition's telling me this test was designed around Key. Maybe the solution is numbers holding some special meaning to him. The tapping stopped. I turned around to see Kiro with his eyes closed. I softly took his hand. I wonder what the numbers are. I wonder what the numbers are that are such special meaning to him. Wait a sec. I think I just accidentally skipped something. Okay, yeah. I already read that. For some reason, it had put the thing on this like I hadn't read it yet. Alright, let's go. Okay. Wee. Kiro is kind and caring. Of course, you get a lot of character development in this game. There's 2 seasons worth of character development, so who knows what'll happen. Oh, I'm gonna have to start training up my cards again. He squeezed my hand firmly. A battle was still raging in his mind. Your dog is with you? Aw, that's cute. What I thought was an ordinary secret room turned out to be a Pandora's box to the past. But it's now way past the point of no return. It's do or die. Kiro had known this since the second secret room. Like, he knew that it was a Pandora's box? I mean, go ahead if you want to. I personally don't do TikTok, so... I like YouTube Shorts. There's a girl to protect, and no matter what, I will be with her to the end. She did think it had something to do with Key. Kiro turned slightly pale as he recalled the last time he saw his mentor, how he was tapping away swiftly at his keyboard. The man had entered a string of numbers, incomprehensible yet intriguing to the young Keto. After 2 men in black took his mentor away, he snuck in, turned on the computer, and stared at the numbers. The numbers! It's a long shot, but better than no shot. Keto opened his eyes to my puzzled face.
Do you trust me? I'm about to try a code that could save us. Or kill us.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared, but I'll trust you. I think just TikTok in general is boring. I do. I answered before he could finish. Just like he trusted me unconditionally before. Nothing is more precious in this world than trusting your life to another. He took a deep breath and held mine, and I held mine as well as he entered a set of numbers. The wall stopped. Yes! Yes, yes! I shouted for joy.
Your intuition saved us!
He looked at me with sweat still running down the face. So, the code had something to do with you?
Not me. My mentor.
Your mentor?
My mentor left those numbers the very last time I ever saw him.
He stared straight ahead with clarity and determination. What are you thinking?
Something my mentor said.
What was it?
We shall stand in darkness as we defend the light.
That is a good quote. That is a good quote. Ah, more of this. I want to see what happens next. Why do I gotta do more of this stuff? Alright. Don't really have anything good. And summon karma. Boop, boop, boo. There we go. Still at 2 crowns, so I'm still doing decent. Alright. 821. Holy cow. After he said that, the wall started rolling back. A light shone down from the ceiling, and letters appeared on the side wall. Black Swan? Isn't that the mastermind that Gavin said sent the order to abduct me? More lines appeared. The Black Swan Collective. We come from the future with the sole mission to accelerate human evolution. We possess evil. We create all. No one can stop us, for we hold the world in our hands. The Queen will soon awake. We look forward to marching together into a new world. My palms went frigid. My heart felt like it had been smashed into by something. I looked over at Keto. He was staring at the wall, unmoved, but his eyes were overcome with emotion. Pictures began to flash on the screen, one after another, the scenes depicted all not quite clear. A sealed room with no sunlight. An empty experiment table with several beakers of chemical compounds next to it. A wall full of file cabinets. People in white gathering under a surgical lamp. At that, I heard the sound of blood rushing through my temples. It felt like old memories torn from deep within the mind. I just stood there as if all time had stopped. Splatoon 2 probably does look weird if you've been playing Splatoon 3 for a while. The images on the wall became more and more clear as faded fragments surfaced in my consciousness. Mottled, dark, cold, a distant call repeating over and over, deep and rasping. Memories I've sealed and buried. My body started to shake. Every nerve, muscle, and bone in my body felt entombed in ice. I didn't even have the strength to clench my fist. My twitching fingers were suddenly covered by Keto's hands. He pressed my head to his chest. In my trance, amidst the darkness, I felt covered in warmth. I closed my eyes, trying to eject whatever was ravaging my mind in favor of warm sanctuary.
I'm right here. It's gonna be okay.
With that, it felt like that gaping hole in my heart was plugged. I could hear his heartbeat strong and sure. Having the yellow get up, she had to take it off to help Keto with his wrist. Because his wrist was bleeding. The man who would never let go of my hand in any peril. The man who made a solemn vow to protect me for life. The man who, in his inimitable way could banish my worst fears. Like now, keeping me from the cold with his warm embrace. Assurance and attachment grew where once fear and suffering took root. With my head in his chest, I couldn't see how carefree joy faded from his face, replaced by a grim concern. Kiro consoled the girl in his arms while locking his eyes on the images on the wall. A brown-haired girl lay peacefully on an experiment table, eyes shut. Thank goodness she's not seeing this. Thank goodness I'm with her. From posing as me to planting a bomb to the secret rooms. I thought I was their target. I never thought that who they were after all along was her. But did they go through all this elaborate setup just to show it? Just to show her these images? Can't be. Not that simple. When I saw her again, she already couldn't remember the past. Alright, then I'll protect her. Protect her from the past. Still, why go through all this today just to make her see her past? Looking at the girl in his arms, he couldn't dare imagine. How would this have turned out if I hadn't come today? Kiro pressed his lips on the girl's cold hair and tightened his embrace. Aww! She was what, 5 years old then? And that was the first time I saw her. The first time, lying side by side on an experiment table together. Whoa there! Holy crap. Okay. What time is it? Alright, we can do probably one more part of the story. Maybe. I might only get 1 crown on this one. Doesn't look like I have anybody that's good for any of the... Yeah. Probably gonna be 1 crown, but we'll still get 1 story in. 1 more part of the story. We gotta see what's going on. Oh, that's 1 crown. Oh, it's so bad. Yep, time to level up my cards and my company. Alright, here we go. Felt like I had a long dream. It had a cell, a mask, sunshine, and a boy with a great smile. I opened my eyes and the bright light all but blinded me. I heard electronic beeping, smelled pungent solutions, and saw people in white walking by. Am I in a hospital? I took in my surroundings and noticed I was in a hospital bed. Wasn't I in a secret room just now? Was it all really just a dream? I pulled my hands out from under the sheet, then spotted a hat on the nightstand. Oddly shaped, jet black. This was Kiro's hat. So all that really happened. Under the hat, I found a distinctively signed statement from Ki, intending to clear his name. And a tin of small candy. Aww, Kiro! It had a note on top that made me grin. The fruits of our victory. P.S. I'm working on my penmanship. I unwrapped a candy and put it in my mouth. The sweet flavor of green apple ran wild on my tongue. Wow, that's sweet. You're awake? Okay, who's gonna show up? We know Kiro's not here anymore, but someone always shows up after something big like this, and we all know who it's probably gonna be. I think we're gonna see Lucien. What do you guys think? Lucien shows up after big events like this for some reason. No, he's not sus. I hurriedly put down the candy and nodded. You just had too much excitement for one day. You'll be all right after some rest. Thanks. I'm going to continue my rounds, so let me know if you need anything. Aw, much love, Applejack. See you later. Have a good night. Excuse me, how did I get here? You mean who brought you here? A man in a mask and a hat carried you here. Oh, that's the hat right there. He left after making sure you'd be cared for. Miss, did something happen to you? No, nothing happened. The guy's my friend. The nurse eyeballed me up and down, a bit skeptical. So, is this the fashion trend these days? I looked at the funky jacket I was wearing and nodded, not knowing whether to laugh or cry. I guess I have my yellow jacket on again. If Lucien shows up, it's automatically sus. Dude's a total creeper. No, he's not. Lucien's the best guy. The nurse came back again not long after. You got a visitor. Visitor? So soon? But I just got here. Did he give a name?
It's me.
I like Lucian. He is not sus. You guys are wrong. Wrong, I say. Wrong. Nothing about this is sus. A familiar yet distant voice. The deep, dark eyes I saw made me skip another heartbeat. Always, every time something happens, you guarantee Lucian's gonna be there. Fluorescent lights flickered overhead. The more he protests, the more sus he becomes, just saying. A breeze blew through the half-opened window. And there he was, looking the same as always. You're never playing Splatoon 2 again? I prefer Splatoon 3 over Splatoon 2. Lucian stood before me, flowers in hand. The lighting in the room made it hard for me to make out his expression. How did he even know I was in the hospital? Like, how did he know? He approached, set the flowers down, sat next to me, and gave me a tender glance. Lucian? What are you...
I'm here to see you.
As always, he knew exactly what I was thinking.
I did say we'll meet again soon.
It's been a month and a half, dude. I nodded. I had so many questions to ask him, only to swallow each one back down. In the silent stillness of the room, my emotions were racing. I held tightly to the blanket, not knowing where to begin. A sensation suddenly crept up my finger. I looked down to see Lucian tucking my hands back under the sheet. Why?
Try not to catch a cold.
But... yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna argue. The way he said it makes me not want to argue. My money's on him planting a tracker on you. Something. I have a tracker from... Gavin planted the tracker on me. Gavin gave me the ginkgo leaf bracelet. He's the one that planted a tracker on me. Realizing that my eyes were glued to him, Lucian suddenly let out a resigned laugh.
I'll tell you everything you want to know. But for now, you have to rest.
But I don't want to rest. I just want to spend time staring at you. Is that okay, Lucian? Can I just spend time staring at you? Neither of us spoke for a while. The room was quiet enough for me to hear my own breathing and heartbeats. I suddenly blurted out, I want to know now. I bit my lip, expecting him to put me off again.
All right.
That caught me by surprise. He remained quiet, just content with staring at me. Okay. What time is it? Can we do one more? I can do one more. I sat up in bed and watched him as he deliberately skinned an apple. His long, slender fingers worked like a surgeon's as the blade followed the contours of the apple peeling the skin off in one long strip. Sudden flatulence release, oh my gosh. He looked up at me, and the soft sunlight caught his calm eyes just so.
After taking you home from the orphanage, I got a call that the lab had a breakthrough on the regeneration of nerve cells.
He wants to skin me alive. Is that what he's saying? Is that what he's doing? Is that what he's insinuating with the apple? If he wants to skin me alive? I would never have thought of that, but that could make some sense. That would make sense because he does a lot of symbolic stuff.
We were never in the right ballpark before, but this time we finally hit on something. That's why I haven't been coming home lately.
Well, I was wondering why you've been gone for a month and a half. Lucian's lip trembled a little, and I felt somewhat guilty. Okay. Even though I don't quite understand.
I know.
He sliced up the apple and offered the pieces to me in a dish.
Have some.
Thanks. I took a bite and the slight tartness of a not totally ripe apple permeated my mouth. How did you know I was in this hospital? Before he could say anything, the door flew open and a man in doctor's coat entered. Professor Lucian, you got here quick. Lucien got up and gave a nod to the man.
Greetings, Dr. Lewis.
They exchanged pleasantries before the doctor noticed Lucien's rolled-up sleeves and the apple. You're very attentive to your girlfriend. I'm his girlfriend now, guys. I am his girlfriend now. Yeah, I felt a twinge of awkwardness. I'm just a friend. Then that made me choke on an apple slice, and my face turned bright red. Cough, cough. Lucien chuckled and patted me on the back. I did. I'm his girlfriend now.
Slow down. No one's fighting you for it.
Jeez, Lucien, gotta be so mean. Hello, your average octoling. The bemused doctor strolled around the room with both hands in his pockets. Oh, miss, you should have seen him when I told him you were in the hospital.
Dr. Lewis, I do so appreciate you taking good care of her.
How does he know Lucien? Lucien interrupted the doctor, his mild tone not giving up his true feelings. The doctor pouted a bit and then checked the medical record on my bed. I just had too much excitement for one day. Nothing serious. Yes, I did hear Team Nessie won the Splatfest and I'm excited about it. Young lady, it seems lately you've been stressed out and not getting enough rest. If you keep that up, you're asking for trouble. I might be blushing a little bit. I took a little mental pause. Oh gosh, I just missed something because I was reading chat. I took a little mental pause. It really has been one thing after another lately. Maybe I could use this opportunity to slow down and take it easy. I made no argument and waited for further diagnosis from the doctor. But a loud vibration rocked the room. Lucien took out his cell phone.
Sorry about that. I'll take this outside.
No, Lucien, come back. I want you to be my boyfriend. Okay. Dr. Lewis relaxed as soon as Lucien was completely out of sight. Relaxed? Not sus. Totally not sus. Do you know the professor, Dr. Lewis? Of course. I told him to come. Good luck on your Splatoon 3. When I was making my rounds, I thought you looked familiar and called him. And then he came. Huh? You recognized me? Don't you remember that one time when you got sick and he took you here? And afterwards, if I'm not mistaken, one of your female colleagues came and visited you too? That reminded me of when I was hospitalized with high fever and Anna visited me. Oh, yeah. There you go. I had just met him not long before that and ran into him again here. So that's why. No wonder Lucien's here now. Ah, I want to do more! Lucien returned after taking the short call.
How's she doing, Doc?
Good. Other than a slight hormonal imbalance, an IV should fix it right up. Is that necessary? I shuddered when I heard IV mentioned. Uh-huh. Let me go get the nurse. The doctor left the room. Very soon after, a nurse came in with an IV kit. Upon seeing Lucien, a telling blush flashed across her face. Dr. Lewis sent me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you scared?
Don't like needles. I don't like them. For a moment, I didn't realize he was talking to me. I don't think so.
Then why haven't you spoken a word since the nurse walked in?
Lucien had a gotcha look on his face. He knows I'm scared. Fine. I admit it, but only a little?
You'll have to keep still. Otherwise, it's going to hurt.
Ugh! Yuck! Lucien nodded at the nurse.
Please be gentle with her.
Okay. I reflexively shrunk under the covers as I saw the liquid squirting out of the thin needle. Ew, I can't do this. I don't like needles. No! I can't say it was fear, just that needles always made me squeamish and want to pull my arm back. But I also felt a little embarrassed by Lucien's request to the nurse. I'm a grown woman, not some child. At the thought, I rolled up my sleeve a little higher. Oh boy. All set, nurse. I heard Lucian laughing out loud, and the curve of his eyes seemed to be even bigger.
It seems she psyched herself up. All set, nurse.
Lucian's all about the needles. Pokey, pokey, sussy baka. He was mocking me. Are you making up for all the time you lost out on teasing me? That took him aback.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. He said it like he never had to say those two words to anyone before. Then he quickly smirked again, but a little less smugly than before.
I just thought it was funny how you acted like you were a warrior going into battle.
Well, I mean, it's a needle. You gotta be a warrior when they put that needle in your skin. He swiped my nose intimately with a finger.
Don't think you can stall. Give it to her, will you, nurse?
Oh my gosh, stop it. The flustered nurse nodded and rubbed alcohol on the back of my hand. Her bright red face was a testament to Lucian's allure, and she had just met him.
What are you thinking?
Nothing? I smiled, knowing I wasn't about to tell him he's a super chick magnet. I felt a sting crawling up my hand and squinted in pain. Please don't move, miss. Missed the vein. We'll have to try again. Few drops of blood dripped out of the back of my hand. The nurse handed me a cotton ball. But I didn't move. I was a little confused. Did I really move without realizing it just then? I pushed on the cotton as the nurse prepared a new syringe. A hand reached out and grabbed the cotton lightly, pressing it on my hand.
Not so hard or you'll get a bruise.
He then looked at the nurse.
Missing the vein will only fluster her more. So just take it slow and easy.
Oh my gosh. What is going on? I feel like he's treating me like a child. He spoke in his usual nonchalant way, but I heard a hint of alienation in his tone. Okay, we have to end here because I gotta go to work. Oh my gosh. Crazy. Alright, guys. That is the end of Mr. Love Queen's Choice for now. We will come back to this next week. Like I said, I will not be streaming tomorrow because tomorrow is when we have the tornado stuff coming, and I just don't want to stream during that, so I'd rather make sure I'm safe. You are too late, but how are you, Freddy? I hope you're doing well. Hope things have been going well for you. Here's a Lunacam if she'll let me. Lunacam. Lunacam. But yeah, you're going to tell me about Yammeror? You can tell me on Wednesday when I stream again. But yeah, guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. This is a game that I really like, and the fact that I have so many people that decide to hang out with me when I'm playing a game that's not well known really makes my day awesome. So thank you guys. And yes, Lunacam. Always Lunacam. And as always, guys, much love, everybody. Mwah. Go out there, go spread some love and positivity today, because you never know who needs it. And I will see you guys on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time with I don't know what. I guess I'll figure that out when I get there. I hope you guys have a good rest of the night, and I will see all you guys later. Bye, everyone!